journalist in the video game business. It's my honor to be here with you guys today to tell you about something very special that's about to happen. This is the 25th anniversary of the Metal Gear franchise. You guys got it? You guys come out every year to check out cool new games, see cool new things, hear from interesting people in the business, and today we've got something that I think encapsulates all those things together. Konami is here, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is over at the PAX show floor. Anyone played the demo here? That game is coming next February, but today we've got something very special, because we're going to give you a sneak peek where Metal Gear is going in the future, and also look back to the past and the present where it's at. You guys have probably heard there was a little news in Japan a few days ago about a new Metal Gear, right? We are going to hear a bit about that today, and you guys are going to be really the first public audience here in North America. Before anyone on the internet gets to see it, you guys are going to get to see something very special related to Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero. So stay in your seats for that. We'll get to that a little bit later. First of all, I really want to introduce a special guest here. A man who really needs no introduction, but he's a good friend of mine. I've had a relationship with him for over a decade, since I was in Japan actually writing a story for GameSpot called The Final Hours of Metal Gear Solid 2 back in 2001. And we've been great friends over the years, and it's really my honor to introduce, for the first time ever at PAX, the director of Kojima Productions and the creator of the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Everyone, here he is, all the way right off the plane from Japan, where he had the event just a couple of days ago, Mr. Hideo Kojima. Thanks for coming all the way on Labor Day weekend here. I know you were just in Japan at your event there. It's great to have you here at PAX in front of the fans.
はい、PAX 初めてなんですけども来るの。
So this is actually my first time coming to PAX.
ゲームショーとか東京ゲームショーとかコミコンとか E3 とか目じゃないと。とにかく PAX 行ってこいと言われまして来ました。
Of course, I've been to Comic-Con, E3, Tokyo Game Show, all the major shows. This is my first time coming to an event like PAX.
で今日は PAX でホックスを紹介します。
はい。So,
PAX でホックスを紹介します。
So yeah, so coming to PAX here for the first time.
はい、楽しんでください。
Please have something special for you for enjoying it.
Yes, you brought some special things with you. So what do you think of PAX? I know you just got in, but you've been around. I mean, you said been to Tokyo Game Show. I know you told me stories of riding the train to the Tokyo Game Show and meeting all the fans that way. What's it been like for you so far to meet everyone here at PAX and see the games?
まだ実は見てない。
Honestly, I haven't had much time to look around the show yet.
この後ちょっと会場行けたら行きたいと思います。
But after this is done, I plan to look around the show floor.
Fantastic. All right, we'll look forward to seeing you on the show floor. But first, we'll talk a little bit about the history of the Metal Gear franchise. We're going to get to the future, but I think, a lot of these fans, how many of you guys have been playing Metal Gear since the beginning, Metal Gear Solid? So we're going to talk a little bit about, the creation of Metal Gear. It's the 25th anniversary here. What was going through your mind when you were first creating Metal Gear, the genesis of that idea? Tell us about how it all came about.
もう25年前なんですけども、コンバットゲーム主流の時代に、ちょっと違う今までなかった新しいものを作りたいということで、シューティングなんですけども、自ら敵を倒すんじゃなくて、見つからないようにこう潜入していくっていう、そういうゲームなかったので、 そこの発想からできたのがメタルギアです。
So this is going back about 25 years, and back then I wanted to do something different, something new. So all the games back then, were mostly about attacking the enemies, but I wanted to look at it from a different angle and try to maybe do something where you approach the enemy without having to attack them, go in and sneak in. So I wanted to try something a little bit different. That's where the idea came from.
で当然25年も続くとは全く思ってませんでしたので、非常にびっくりしました。
And honestly, I didn't think it would continue for 25 years, so it's kind of a shock to me actually that I'm still doing it now.
Snake obviously is an iconic character. It sounds like we may be seeing him in Ground Zeroes, and we'll get to that. But I think there's always been this link between Snake and the idea of Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. When you were creating this character, was that the inspiration? I mean, at the time you seemed to want to have an American character in this game, not a Japanese character. And for a Japanese creator, that was certainly bold back in the day to do that. Do you remember why you did that?
まずですね、エスケープフロムニューヨークがあって作ったんじゃないです。
So first of all, I just want to make it clear that I didn't make Snake because I saw Escape from New York.
僕カーペンターの大ファンなんで、オマージュはしてますけどね。
So I am a big Carpenter's fan. So I love his movies, and that's why I put a little bit of an homage in there. But that's not where the original concept came from.
まず主人公は特殊部隊なんで本名は明かさないのでコードネームが必要です。
So of course, the main character is in the Special Forces unit, so he needed a first name, code name, right?
なんでスコーピオンでもコブラでもスネークでも何でもよかったんですけども、やっぱり潜入するということはその痕跡を残さずに行く動物というので、ヘビみたいな、ヘビっていうのは草木を倒さないで進んでいくので、それでスネークとつけました。
So of course, he needed a code name, Cobra, Scorpion, or a Spider, anything like that could have worked. But I felt that the idea of Snake was really the best to express this feeling of sneaking around things and moving undetected.
で僕がなぜアメリカ人を主人公にしているかというんですけども、世界中の文化に影響を受けて物語を作り出したので、自分が書いた子供の頃の小説とかも全部日本が舞台のやつは一個もないです。
So as far as why the character is not Japanese, I want to have this grand scale to things, and all the things that I was influenced by, like novels and things when I was a kid, most of them didn't take place in Japan.
なんでゲームに関してもスナッチャーぐらいですね、未来の工業ですけども、他は、アメリカを舞台にしてスケールの大きい話を作りたいので、アメリカを舞台でアメリカ人が主人公というように思ってます。
So most of my games, Snatcher being the exception since it's a futuristic sci-fi game. The remainder of the games, however, are primarily set in the United States with the main character who's American.
All right, so you did, obviously the creation of Metal Gear was so important, I think, to your career. Tell us about Snake as a character, this relationship with Ishikawa, building this character. Did he always look the same? I mean, did you experiment with early sketches and other ideas for him? I mean, you talked about his name, obviously being a snake sneaking around. But how did you create this character?
です。まずキャラクターの設定を、徹底的にします。子供の頃どこで生まれて何をして現在に至る、あるいはその未来のお話で語るその先のことまでを細かく設定をしていきます。そしてどんなセリフを言うとかも、それを膨大な資料を作ると。
So first of all, the way I approach creating a character is I think about the character's past, his history, where he was born, and try to outline his life, and then build upon that. Think about what kind of things would he say, what would this character do.
でそれをしんちゃんに新監督に見せて、そこからはキャッチボールしながらキャラクターを作っていきます。
Then I give that concept to Shinkawa-san, and we discuss it, throw ideas back and forth to come up with the character concept. なんですけど、しんちゃんはですね、たまに僕の言うこと聞かないんで、全然違う男のキャラクターの女の子にしてきたりするのが非常に面白くて、それで採用されるキャラクターも多いです。 Yeah, so the thing is, Shinkawa-san has very unique ideas, and he doesn't always just listen to what I tell him. So he comes up with a lot of cool, unique ideas that come about as a result of this discussion process.
最初のスネークはやっぱり 3D じゃなかったので、スプライトを動かすオブジェクトだったので、 あんまりその、風貌とかキャラクター性を、注力せず、それは表現力が乏しかったので、そこはあやふやなままスタートしたんですけども、プレイステーションになってからやっぱりそういうわけにはいかないんで、ちょっと細かく仕草とか動きとか、カラーリングとかっていうのも、進化と2人で考えながら作りました。
Of course, Snake as a character has his roots from the era of 2D games. So at that time, there were limits to what we could express. So at the beginning, he was a pretty ambiguous character. He didn't talk very much. He didn't have a lot of personality. But of course, once it evolved to the PlayStation era, that wouldn't do. So that's when I really started to talk with Shinkawa-san about, applying different kind of colors to the character and different, very specific details.
スネークはあくまでもスネークって暗号名なんで、本名は皆さんあるので、それ以上のことはゲーム中で言わないようにしています。
So, the other thing is, Snake is the character in the game, that's the code name, but, really, Snake is you. So, that's another thing that plays into the design as well.
Character we all love, and we're glad it seems like he's back, right?
この後ね。
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the other characters. Big Boss, Ocelot, those types of characters. People love them, and I think we'll be interested in some of the origin stories behind some of those characters. What was your creative process? Thinking about the characters that were around Snake in this world.
オセロットに関しては日本でいうとマカロニウエスタンという、こっちでいうとスパゲッティウエスタンという僕西部劇大好きだったので、そのキャラクターを出したいということで、作ったのがオセロットです。
So as far as Ocelot is concerned, in particular, I'm a big fan of spaghetti westerns, and I want to have a character like that in my games, and so that's where the idea for Ocelot came from.
でビッグボスとかに関してはメタルギアっていうのは次の世代に何を伝えるかっていうテーマなんですけども、要は自分が、両親とかを超えていくという、自分が前の世代を超えていく、前の世代を超えながら次の世代を紡いでいくっていうストーリーで、そのために非常に重要な、キャラクターとして、スネークの親としてのビッグボスを出しました。
As far as Big Boss is concerned, one of the overall themes of the Metal Gear series is having, the main character basically surpass his predecessors, surpass the people who came before him, and really usher in a new generation. So in that sense, Metal Gear Solid 3 is really a key chapter in the series, and Big Boss is a very key character because he's basically like Snake's father. And so that's where I really want to put a lot of detail into that character.
There's obviously another character we should talk about, which is Raiden, his sort of involvement across the series. That surprise in Metal Gear Solid 2, which we weren't expecting. Well-hidden secret, I don't know when I was playing it. He's going to make his debut in his own game, which you announced a few years ago at E3 and has evolved into Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, as we talked about the BGS last year. Tell us about the creation of this character. I think he was very, very controversial, obviously, when he was first introduced.
ライデン好きですか皆さん。
So first of all, how many people here like Raiden?
1でね、メタルギアソリッドでスネークがすごく世界中で伝説化されました。
So, first of all, Snake became very popular with Metal Gear Solid 1.
なんで、2から入る人にとってはやっぱりビッグボスなんですよね、スネーク。
So for people who jump in at Metal Gear Solid 2, from their perspective, Snake is already like a big boss type of character.
なんでライデンというのは、最初のメタルギアでいうスネークの位置になる。要はスネークを超えていく新しいキャラですということで作ったんですけど。
But as I mentioned earlier, there's that theme about exceeding your predecessors. From that perspective, Raiden is like the original Snake in the original Metal Gear. He's the guy who has to surpass his predecessor, who is Solid Snake.
でもう一つはスネークというのが神格化された中で、プレイヤーが操作するのではなくて、もっとキャラクターを作りたかったんで、ライデンという新しいキャラクターを動かしながら客観的にスネークを見ることでさらに英雄度が増すというか、そういう作り方を BGS2 でやりました。結果的には不評だったんですけどね。はい。
And so, another thing is, Snake is kind of like this legendary hero, and so I wanted to build upon that. And rather than have the player play as this legend, it's more effective to have someone else looking at him and seeing him as a separate character, as this really cool character who helps you on the side. So that's why I wanted to come up with this new character, Raiden, as the main player character. That was the original concept. In the end, maybe it didn't work out so well. Some people didn't really like him, but that's where the concept came from.
Well, they're going to get another taste of him with Metal Gear Rising and Vengeance. Talk about this, the choice, obviously, to put him in this game. You first teased it, probably 3 or 4 years, 3 probably years ago at E3. Why did you choose to give him his own game? And then, the other thing about this game, which I have to ask you about, which I haven't had a chance to ask you before, is the idea of revengeance as a name. It's such an awesome name. How did you come up with the word revengeance?
僕スネークもそうですけど、ライデンも僕が作り出したキャラクターなので非常に実は好きなんです。
So honestly though, Raiden like Snake is a character that I created, and I really like them. I love them.
で2の時にちょっとへなちゃこな部分を見せてしまいましたので、やっぱりライデンも本当のかっこよさっていうのもあるんで、それを MGS4 で出しました。
And in Metal Gear Solid 2, because of the way the story panned out, maybe Raiden wasn't as popular a character as he could have been, but then we kind of wanted to show how he could be cool in Metal Gear Solid 4.
そうとですね、MGS2 の反対でかっこいいライデンが出てきて、で自分はスネークをプレイするんですけど、今度はやっぱユーザー皆さんは、ライデンを操作したいっていうすごいオファーがあったので、ライデンを今度もう一度かっこいいライデンを皆さんで動かしてもらおうと思って作ってるのがライジンですね。
So this time, it's kind of like flipping the tables around. So this time in Metal Gear Solid 4, people were playing as Snake, and they saw Raiden on the sidelines and thought he was a really awesome, cool character. He kicked ass. And so at that point, we got requests, people asking, well, are you going to make a game? We'd love to control Raiden. And so that's why we decided to go down that path and make him a player character.
でタイトルは両方とも僕が決めたんですけど、ライジングっていうのは、ライデンをライジングさせるという意味もあります。あるいはライジングさんっていうか刀を持ってますんで、日本の象徴の刀を持ったライデンをもう一度皆さんに見せたいという思いもあってライジングにしました。
As far as the rising component of the title, that's really about raising up the character of Raiden and bringing him up, kind of like a rising sun kind of concept. He's coming up, stepping up to the stage, being the main character, and also because he uses a sword, he uses a katana, it kind of has that samurai feeling to it.
でリベンジェンスはライジング一度ちょっとプロジェクトがうまくいかなくなったので、ベンジェンス復讐をする、もう一度ライジンが復讐するということなんです。それでは弱い、一回没してるんで、それでリをつけて、再々復讐みたいな造語を作ってリベンジェンスとしました。
And as far as revengeance is concerned, this is kind of an internal thing, but at one point Rising did kind of fall apart, and we had to start over from scratch. So it was kind of our goal to make it something to try again. Get vengeance, get our revenge upon the old project that fell apart. So re is like adding that component of okay, let's try it again, let's restart, let's do it and get our revenge. So that's where that concept came from.
So we premiered obviously the first trailer for Rise and Revengeance at the Video Game Awards last year. It was an honor to have you there. And I think fans were excited by what they saw. That played in E3, and the slicing mechanic is great. I don't know if you guys have got hands on. Do you like how it plays? Very impressive with the fluidity of the action to play that game. You're obviously working with the folks at Platinum Games on that title. So tell us a bit about that game, the demo, and sort of the progress on that project. People haven't played it. What excites you about where that game is right now, what we're playing?
ですね、とにかく何でも切れます。どのようにでも切れます。こんなゲームないと思うんですけど。
I think, of course, the biggest selling point is that you can cut almost anything and cut things freely. I don't think there's been a game like that before.
でメタルギアソリッドっていうのはずっと我慢するっていう隠れて見つからないように我慢、ストレス溜まるゲームです。
Traditionally, Metal Gear Solid Metal Gear has been a game where you're always holding back. You can't freely go out there and attack.
世の中に腹立つこといっぱいありますので、皆さん、僕もそうですけど、毎日、頭にきてること多いと思いますね。
And for a lot of people, maybe that adds to the stress that you're experiencing in your everyday life. You want to just go out there and cut things up, but you can't.
でそういうものにリベンジェンスをするためにもう切りまくるともう細切れですもうこのぐらいにしてくださいもう思いっきり切ってくださいそこですねやっぱりこのゲームのすごさは
So this is your chance to get revenge. Go out there, revenge on life. Go and cut everything up into small, tiny little pieces. You know, just cut the enemies like you however you want. This way, do that.
Platinum Games, you know, is your partner on this. They've done a great job on it. Tell me about working with them, because I remember when, you know, I think we met, I guess, last summer we were talking about it, you know, big secret that Platinum Games is going to be doing this game. That partnership, I think, is absolutely the right partnership for this style of game. But how has it been working with those guys?
これ非常に楽しいです僕大好きなんですプラチナゲームの人たちとものづくりのソウルというかそこは非常にこうパッションがあるので、どっちかというとコジプロの連中よりも好きですね
Yeah, it's actually been a lot of fun, you know, and Platinum has a lot of cool original ideas, so, you know, it's been a lot of fun working with them. They come up with a lot of neat ideas, that things that, you know, we couldn't think of that in productions.
プラチナゲームスの最高傑作になると思うんですけど僕は狼が好きなんで、それを超えていただくということで期待したいです狼
Yeah, so, you know, I think this may end up being, hopefully...
狼ごめんなさいいいですでまあいやです狼はあれですよねカプコンの時ですよね
So basically he's saying this may end up being, you know, what he hopes will be Platinum's greatest game. And, you know, he's a big Okami fan, so he's hoping, looking forward to this game. The reason he stepped back is because Okami was done, you know, back when it was, you know, the team was at Capcom, so that's why he kind of stepped back a little bit, but, yes. So apologies to Platinum.
All right, we're excited about what you guys are going to do with PG on that. I know it's going to be out next February. Now, you know, it's interesting that you're kind of branching the Metal Gear series in a couple directions here. You know, at one point it was Metal Gear Solid Rising, now it's just Metal Gear Rising. Do you see this as, you know, a new line of Metal Gear games that you can have, you know, other characters from the franchise star in their own game? Do you ever, you know, partner with another outside developer or keep working with Platinum in the future?
あんまりスピンオフっていうのはあんまり好きじゃないんでそんなには考えてないですけど
So, you know, first of all, you know, I'm not a huge fan of spin-offs, so it's hard to say at this point.
ただライジングに関してはこれでこう成功すればプラチナさんと続けてやりたいと思ってます
But, you know, as far as Rising is concerned, if it works out well, you know, I really would like to work with Platinum again and make a sequel.
でザ・ボスを主人公にしてコブラ舞台っていうのは前から言ってるんですこれはスピンオフというよりもこれは僕個人的には作りたいなと思ってますまだちょっと実現するかどうか分かりませんけど
Then, of course, you know, I've talked previously about a game featuring, you know, the boss as a main character previously, and that's something I really would love to make. That would not be a spin-off. That would be something that I would like to make as a main part of the series.
Are there other like developers that you'd love to work with besides PG?
It's hard to say right now, but right now we're really loving working with Platinum.
All right, fantastic. I tried. We're looking forward to Rising Revengeance when it comes out on February 19th. And you guys can stop by the Amazon checkout stand at the Konami booth to pre-order Rising for February. And you'll get a free limited edition Metal Gear Rising Revengeance t-shirt if you do that.
I've been thinking about it too. I saw some of that.
Not as nice as this t-shirt.
Yeah, you can't get this one. Sorry about that.
Yes. All right. Let's talk a little bit about kind of the future of Metal Gear. You had this big event in Japan just a couple days ago. I know you flew right from there, and I knew about some of the things you're going to be talking about when we met, you know, in the summer. But you also made an announcement that the movie, I guess, is going to be coming in. More movement on the movie. I know there's been lots of talk over the years, so many pictures, other folks being involved. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but do you have any like choices for kind of the if you had a dream director or an actor who could play Snake, who would you like to see direct this movie?
これ公式違いますよ。これ個人的なやつ。
So first of all, I just want to make sure that nobody misunderstands this. None of this is confirmed. This is a complete wish list here.
僕は監督しませんので。
And also, I just want to make it clear that I will not be directing this myself.
まあ好きな監督いっぱいいますけど。そうです、監督しないって感じ。
Yeah, okay, I did.
Fair play.
クリストファー・ノーランとかベン・アフレックとかマシュー・ボーンとか
Ben Affleck.
その辺の人たちがいいかな。
Maybe those guys might be good.
皆さんはどういう監督にしてほしいか分かりませんけ
I
ど。
don't know. What do you guys think? What kind of? We're not sure what kind of directors you guys may want.
No.
あとスネークの役者さんは昔はヒュー・ジャックマンと言ってましたけど、
For Snake, I'm thinking maybe Hugh Jackman might be pretty cool.
ウーバーにやってはるんでちょっと違う人がいいかなと思ってますけどね。
But he's out there a lot, so I think maybe somebody else might be better. I'm not sure yet.
今のところは痩せたトム・ハーディ。
And maybe Tom Hardy. Not sure yet.
声は出てます。
So, you guys like David Hayter's voice?
Hopefully good news about that. So you just really started that, right? The script, and it'll be a little while until we see this movie.
そうです。ちょっとまだ詳しいこと言えませんけど。
So yeah, I can't give any details yet. We're still very early.
まあ
But yeah.
今まで十数年いろいろありましたけど、今回のプロジェクトは非常に角度が高いと思いますので、間違いなくいい映画になると思います。
So there's been talks about this for the past 15 years or something like that. And this project is very important. So I want to take my time and make sure it's done right. And it's a very important and difficult project.
Present, talk about the movie. Now, that's right, we're looking above. Getting close to that time. We're going to talk about the future. So Fox Engine, you've been teasing this for a while. Project Ogre, Fox Engine, you follow Mr. Kojima on Twitter. You see him always sort of teasing about mocap and the things they're doing for this Fox Engine. This is a new engine which runs on current generation consoles, right? So this is, PC and PS3, Xbox 360. Tell us about the creation of this engine. I know it's been a multi-year process for you. We saw a video a couple years ago. There was a sort of jungle setting when you first showed it. You wanted to create this new engine. Why did you want to create it? What was the goal with Fox Engine?
世界中に素晴らしいエンジンがあります。クライエンジンとか、フロストバイト2とか、リアルとか。で、いいんですけども、ブラックボックスなんで、やっぱり自分たちが中身を開けて、細かいところで修正とかしたいんで、それをするには自分らでエンジンを作るしかないということで、使っています。
Well, first of all, I want to start off by saying that there are a lot of amazing game engines out there. CryEngine, Frostbite, Unreal. But the thing is, we wanted to have freedom and the ability to really get in there and tweak things ourselves and really tailor the engine to our specifications and do things that we want to do with the game.
で僕らのチームって一つのプラットフォームに特化してすごくマシン語っていうかそれを直に叩きながらゲームを作ってきたんですけども、時代はそうじゃなくて、クラウドを見据えたマルチなプラットフォームですごく効率のいい、開発をしたいということで、もうそのボックスエンジンを作っている理由の一つになります。
And also, previously, the way we approach things is always focusing on specific hardware and things like that. And this time, we really want to make things more efficient. Look at how we can make games easier, a better way. Using the cloud and things like that. So that's why we decided we wanted to make this new Fox engine.
ボックスエンジン今、ある程度できてまして、それをチューンするためにゲームを作りながら、調整しています。
And at this point in time, Fox engine, it's to a certain level where we can already start making a game with it. And so as we make the game, we're adjusting the engine to our needs.
当然、ボックスエンジンを使えば FPS とか TPS とかいわゆるアンチャーテッドみたいな リニアなゲームとかも作れますけども、僕はそのオープンワールドが一番難度が高いので、それを僕は直接今作っていると。それができればいろんなコナミのサイレントヒルとかもボックス作りたいなと思ってます。
So, the thing is, once we get the Fox engine moving as it is now, you can use it to make an FPS, you can use it to make a game like Uncharted, non-Rails type of game. You can really do anything you want with it. But what I want to do, and the biggest challenge for me would be making an open world game. So that's what I'm trying to do with it right now. But once it's out there, I'm sure other Konami studios may use it as well. So maybe you may see it used for Silent Hill, for example, possibly.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Now, let's move on to what you showed for Fox Engine recently in Japan. You premiered, I guess, was the first real-time demo, running in real time, this demo that you guys have probably read some, tweets and sort of conversations about online after it premiered in Japan. I guess it was like Thursday night. Why don't you tell us a bit, what you showed, why you showed it, what were you trying to accomplish with this demo?
ホックスエンジン上で動いている今からお見せするゲームの映像です。テックデモではないです。
So first of all, what I want to make clear is that this is not a tech demo. This is a game running on the Fox engine.
It is a real game.
Yes.
PS3-360 相当で、今お見せするのは PC 上で動いています。
So, what we're going to show you is running on PC, but the PC specs are roughly the same as PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So this will run on current gen hardware. This is not a next gen game or something like that.
で、オープンワールドなので、最初カメラがずっとワンショットで最後までずっとワンショットでいきます。これはオープンワールドというのをお見せしたかったので。
And you'll notice if you watch this that the camera moves seamlessly throughout the scene because I want to show this as an open world. That feel from this.
で、今日ごめんなさい、残念ながらその実機を持ってこれなかったので、実機で直撮りした映像になります。
So, unfortunately, we couldn't bring all the hardware here to show you this running in, real time. But what we did is we took video of it running in real time that we showed at the 25th anniversary event. Show that to you today.
25周年の時にスタッフにプレイしてもらったんですけど、緊張して手が震えて最悪なプレイしてたんで、今日はビデオなんで安心です。
So, unfortunately, during the 25th anniversary event, the guys who been playing it, since it was live, they're really nervous and their hands were shaking, and maybe the gameplay wasn't as good as it should have been. So today, we have a video of some nice, cool-looking gameplay for you.
Big deal, right?
15 minutes.
About 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Metal Gear Solid, Ground Zeroes. Let's take a look at the world premiere right here. Enjoy it, guys.
This game has not. 返せ。お前の希望を見て楽にしてやった。ほら、これが目的か。お前は仲間を持った。これで一人前の兵士だ。大丈夫、家には帰れるぞ。ボスによろしくな。バスの生存が確認された。生きていたのか。ああ、カリブ海洋上を漂流中、ベリーズの漁師に救助されたらしい。それで俺たちの情報が漏れるんだからバスの地を封じると。いや、そうじゃない。米国の非政府情報機関サイファーはバスにダブルスパイの権利をかけている。そのため彼女はキューバ南端の収容キャンプで尋問を受けている。キューバの仲間姉が法を生まれたブラックサイト、マザーベース査察の件、これと無関係とは思えない。これも核査察、おそらくバスのリークを裏付けるためだ。俺たちは国家に帰属しない軍隊だ。この軍事力が明るみに出る。世界中が敵になる。だがバスを組み込んだサイファーという非政府情報機関にとっては脅威だ。バスはサイファーの正体を知っている。ああ、生きているならこちらに協力してもらいたい。サイファーへの唯一手がかりだ。40時間前。ターゲットは2人、シコとパスだ。 敷地内へ潜入。2人を救出しランデブーポイントで指示を出してくれ。明日の昼には朝のレースに戻れる。その頃にはこっちの客も帰っているだろう。我が元は政治家か。すまんな、ゾエの渡せ。ああ、たまには一人がいいさ。市内へ入り、まずは北東に向かってくれ。
Okay, sorry about that. Our mics were cut off. But yes, this is gameplay footage right now, what you're seeing here.
オープンワールドなんで向こうに見えてるのは基地です。
It's all real world. This is open world. You can see so everything that you see in the distance. That's the
どう
base.
いう
Like from the
ルートで
beginning.
もどういう方法でも、いろんなことができる
And you can approach the
リアル
base
な、
from any
シミュレーティングミッション。
anywhere you want. It's a completely open, real life type of simulation.
こっち出ちゃう。ちょっとこう見つからないように進んでますけど。
Okay, so we're going to try and sneak through here without being spotted.
で今向こうに装甲車が来てます。
Okay, you see in the distance there, you can see some headlights approaching. It's an armored vehicle, so we're going to try to get through here without being
あ
spotted.
れも奪って乗ることは当然できる。
And you can actually steal vehicles like this in the game and pilot them as well.
基本的にオープンワールドなんで、いろんな乗り物は自分で乗れます。
It's a completely open world, so you can ride a variety of different types of vehicles.
で自分で運んでいってもいいです。ヘリで運んでいってそれで乗ってもいいです。
And you can do things like pulling helicopters and various other things as well.
ちょっとじゃあニアグラの兵士を。
So there's a guy up here, watchtower.
サプレッサー付きの銃です。
This got one suppressor on it.
でこれマップですね。
This is your map. This is what your map
四
looks
角の
like.
ところが、さっき牢屋があった。
That area off in the distance, that square area,
で、
that's
ど
the
ういう
cage that you saw at the
どういう
beginning,
戦
the
術
boy,
を使って
Chico.
もいいです。
And you can use any method you want to approach that.
ちょっとこう広いんで、
It's a very wide, open stage.
乗り物を探してます。
So right now I'm looking for a vehicle. Oh, there we have one.
さっき倒した保証が持ってきた
And so that's the
車ですね。
Jeep that
で、
the
無料
officer
なん
was riding
で
earlier.
鍵かかってませんので、これ乗りましょう。
So let's get in here.
まずね、見つからないので
Okay, so let's get through here trying not to get spotted.
Get spotted.
Vehicles.
こういうところがちょっと普通のゲー
So,
ムと違うと
so this is like, maybe a typical type of gameplay.
こうやっていろんな遊び方ができるんですけど、今回すごいのは、いつでもどこでも急にヘリが飛びます。
But one of the cool things about this game that differentiates from other games, you can use a flare to call a helicopter at any time, anywhere.
このヘリが飛びます。これで機関することもできます。
So you can call a helicopter to provide cover fire. So you start hearing some sound here soon. Here it comes.
味方のヘリです。で、helicopter
And it can provide cover fire for you if needed.
で変なところで撃つと一応飛び跳ねたりするんで、それ
Of
気を
course,
つけ
if
て。
you pull it in somewhere where it gets spotted easily, it will get shot down, so you need to be careful.
はい、これ割り切れになってますけど、
Here for the Valkyries here, you can actually adjust this. You can choose whatever song you want for this. But if you use a really loud song, that might make you get found, so you might want to
今
be
日
careful.
これだけ倒して上がってきましたけど、今日はちょっと時間がない。まあまあ
Okay,
ま
so
あ
today,
ミッ
we're
シ
just
ョン
going to
達
take
成
it to
に
this
入
point.
ります。
We got here, we're about to sneak in, but we didn't have much time, so we're just going to take the helicopter and leave.
で、これで他の国に行ったり、別のミッションをしたり、ヘリに乗らずにミッションを続けるというのができます。
So you can use the helicopter to fly between different missions, go to other countries, things like that.
はい。この下が全部行けるところです。
And you see everything you see down there on the ground, you can actually go there. It's completely open. Right. There we have it. So,
Did you like it?
how did you guys like it? Did you like it?
Wow, so now there's so many questions. Let's see who's going to answer. So, Ground Zeroes. Is that our first look at, Snake, I guess, is back, so we're wondering about the timeline and things like that. Was that our first look at Metal Gear Solid 5?
ですね、プロローグと思ってください。プロローグ。
So we're not going to say it's 5 just yet, but we're going to say it's a prologue.
いいですね。
Prologue.
Prologue to something. Yes.
And this is current gen system, but everything we saw there, people online will be saying, oh, is that, another system? But no, that's what you think it'll look like on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3?
これは原告です。PS3 と360相当。
So this is exactly what it should look like. It's running on PC hardware that's roughly the same spec as PS3 and Xbox 360, so it will look like that.
で当然次世代用のホックスも作ってますので、そっちになるともっとすごいことになります。
But we are working, of course, Fox is multi-platform, but we are working on, next-gen hardware as well, and it'll look very, very good on that.
例えばさっき車で、バックミラーがポリゴンがカクカクしてたところだったと思うんですけど、ホックスが映ってたところ。
For example, you can see that one scene where the guy's adjusting the mirror. You can see some polygons there, things like that. It will be smoothed out if we have better hardware.
あれは次世代でいうとテスレーションという技術ですごく綺麗な円になります。
So we use tessellation to smooth things like that out if you use stronger hardware.
Excellent. Well, it looks pretty amazing as is. We'll look forward to hearing more about it in the future. Pretty special. We're happy Snake's back, guys.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I've been doing it for 25 years. It's hard to leave.
All right. Well, now we're going to get some questions from fans in here. We received these questions from the Konami Facebook channel. And we're going to see what the fans have to ask about Ground Zeroes and some of the other games. This first question comes from a fan and was asking about, you mentioned before you originally went into video games because you went into video games because you thought it would be something important in the future. Have we reached that point yet? Has storytelling through video games evolved in the way you originally thought?
僕が入った25年前よりはすごく表現力が高まっていろんなことができるようになりますね。そうですね。技術的にもどんどん上がっていくので果てしなく上がっていくんでこれからもどんどんできることが広がっていくと思います。
Well, honestly, I think it's just going to keep on improving and getting better and better. You know, it's compared to where it's at now, compared to where it was 25 years ago when I first started, and it's completely different. And I think it's just going to keep on evolving and growing.
なんですけど、まあ25年ゲームを作ってますけど、まだゲームでのストーリーテリングっていうのはちょっとこう正解なのができてないので、それができるまでは現役で続けたいと思ってます。
You know, but I think, you know, even now, though, there's still limitations, things that games still can't accomplish that they haven't accomplished, and so that's what keeps on driving me to keep on creating new things.
All right, next question is from another fan. What is the most exciting feature you can share with us about the Fox engine?
ですね、まあ先ほど言いましたけど、田瀬さん素晴らしいエンジンがいっぱいある中で、ここがすごいというよりもやっぱり自分たちが作っているエンジンなんで、ここを変えたい、こうしたいっていうのがすごく簡単にできる、そこですね、特徴というか僕らの強みは。
Yeah, so, you know, as we said previously, you know, there are a lot of great engines out there to choose from, but I think for us, you know, what makes Fox Engine special is that it's our engines, we're tailoring it to exactly what we need. You know, we're making a very specific type of game, we want to make a certain experience with the ability to go in and tinker Fox Engine that allows us to make whatever we want to make.
で今そのフォックスエンジンで、グランドゼロスを作ってるんで、ここでいろんな改良をしながらチューンをしていきますので、結果的には非常にいいものになると思います。
You know, right now we're using it to develop ground zeros, and as we're working on the game, we have various requests from tools teams. We're always tinkering with it, improving on it, so it's only going to get better.
And ground zero, does that relate to how it's sort of like the prologue you said, like it's the start? Is that why the name is?
あまり言えないです。そうですね。はい。MGS1 の、潜入のイメージをホックスでやってみようっていうのがグランドゼロス。
So can't say too much about that, but simply put, yes, I guess you can say that. You know, one of the concepts behind the Ground Zeroes project is kind of being able to recreate the Metal Gear Solid 1 feeling on the Fox engine.
当然これだけで終わらない大きなものをちょっと仕込んでいるところです。
But you know, this isn't the end; it's just the beginning. We have big things planned.
Absolutely. All right. Next question from a fan is: from stealth to action, card battles, and swordplay, the world of Metal Gear continues to evolve in different genres. Is there any genre of game you would like to explore in a future title?
まあ僕の中でメタルがやっぱりステルスアクションです。ゲームとしては。
Well, personally, you know, to me, Metal Gear is stealth action. That's what I believe it is.
なんですけど、メタルギアっていう、まあ、25年間続けてきた IP をもっといろんな人に伝えたいというのがありまして、まあ、映画化したり、ソーシャルにチャレンジしたりというのはそういう意味ですね。
But that said, you know, I want to introduce people to this wonderful world that's been going on for 25 years. So to expose more people to it, you know, we have things like the movie or, you know, social games maybe where people can experience the world from different angles.
まあ垂直方向、水平方向にメタルギアを広げていく中で、グラウンドゼロスっていうのは、僕は自分で作ってますので、非常にこう、コアなところに向けての、メタルギアの進化を、お見せしたいと思います。
So we are working on various things, you know, things from, you know, a wide range of approaches, you know, various types of approaches to the series. But one thing I want to make clear is Ground Zeroes is something that I am creating personally myself, and I'm putting all my effort into that.
But I think everyone here thanks you for coming all this way, and not just coming to talk to you, but sharing that exclusive footage. Before we part here.
Snake is back on PAX.
Snake is back on PAX.
僕もちゃんとゲーム作ってますので、その辺は期待していただければと思います。 ます。
So, I want to make it clear that, yes, Snake is back, but I'm also back. I'm back into it. Really, holding up the game tonight.
遊びますんで、ぜひ遊んでください。切り刻んでくださいね。
And in addition to that, we do have Rising out there on the PAX show floor, so I hope you all get out there, play it, have fun, just really cutting everything up. Thank you.
To get that free limited edition t-shirt, and you can mark your calendars. Rising Revengeance is available in stores February 19th, 2013. Have a great PAX. I'll see you guys at the Video Game Awards this December 7th.